the second project, using our words and pages, I'm going to actually use my dies on the edge of my card blank. So this one, I've lost track of which one this was. I think this one's from the Shaped Boundaries. So it's just a beautiful little pin dot and a nice shaped edge. Yes, it must be the Shaped Boundaries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it over my mat. Now, can you see how my card is coming here, but my cutting mat finishes there? So I don't want it to cut through both sides. I only want it to cut through one, and I'm actually going to pop that. So I've got quite a lot of card hanging out of the back. Right, this machine doesn't like, this machine wants me to, there we go, put the plates together. That's it, going straight through now. There we are. Sometimes different machines like your plates to be squared up. Other machines you can actually stagger the plates. This one likes them to be squared. But don't worry, so that's not actually doing anything. I can squeeze that through now. And then, there we go. What I now have is I have a shaped edge. Let me just get my pokey tool just to poke those out. Can you see? Oh, sorry, drop that. We now have a lovely, I don't know how much you can see. I'm just going to put a piece of coloured card behind there. Can you see that? There we go. Can you see we've got that beautiful shaped edge? I've just got a few little bits to poke out. So that's going to be my card base. Now the other thing we've got is we've got these lovely pockets of lace. So I'm going to use these pockets of lace. So we've got the little pockets, and then you've got the panels to cut out. So let me show you how these pockets of lace cut out first. So I have got, I can put that onto my mat. Now, if I cut it like this, with this piece hollow, it's going to give me a panel, and then I can use these two dies separately to cut out a little panel to go on the front. If I wanted to, I could take this one and pop it just inside there, and that would actually cut the decorative detail into the pocket. So you choose whichever you want. And then I'm going to put a piece of card over there. Let's go, because I've got that decorative detail, let's go with some cut tidy, just because we can. Don't have to, but I just think we should. Right, let's line that one up. And like I say, you're going to cut that out of your decorative detail. So that's my Shaped Boundaries. Let's put them away as we're going, otherwise it'll be chaos. Get rid of that as well. I am a messy crafter when I get going. If you could see me getting ready to prep for some of my shows when I've got like 12, 14 demos to get ready, it's carnage in my craft room. Right, so let's move that out of the way. Now we can see on here, so what you've got is you've got the pocket, so I've got the pocket shape here, and I've got all of these score lines. Hopefully you can see those score lines down there. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that one back on itself, just like that. And then I can then fold the concertina of these just back and forward. And that's going to give me the perfect pocket at the side. I've also got one at the bottom to tuck in so nothing falls out. And then we can do the same on that side. And all I'm doing is I'm just using, I've got nails at the moment, so I can actually use those to score. Or you can just use your bone folder. Just pop that, down there. And that's going to go, there we go, all the way like that. So that's going to give me the perfect little pocket. And can you see I've got some height to it because of those side pieces? There you go. You can see if I put it that way, you can see those side pieces. Now, all I've done for this one is I've glued my panel on the front and I've put some red liner tape on. So let's have a look at what we've got with our card. So I've got my card base here, and I'm going to put, let's pop this border down there. Look at that one, isn't that pretty? Again, it's from the collection. Now I think that one is from the on the verge of lace. I think I keep forgetting which ones each ones are from. I think that one's from the verge of lace, which is beautiful, and this one definitely is from the verge of lace. Now look at that. So we've got all of that detail running down there. Can you see now why we were saying the card bases, it's so important to get those right, and if you can get those right, everything else will just follow. So, you know, use a plain card base, and then just use your your top mats and layers to add the detail, or like we've done now, actually cut into your card base to add that detail. So that one's going to go on first, just with a nice border, but it does look pretty. And then we're going to take our second one. Now, I'm putting these on with foam tape, but you could just be putting them on with glue if you wanted to, if you didn't want extra height. Depends what you're going to do with the card. If you're going to hand deliver it, go for it. Go for lots of height. If you're going to pop it in the post, you might need to consider flattening it down a little bit, you know, and using your wet glue. But look at that. Can you see how by putting each one, it really makes it pop, and then you've got your card base. Now, if you wanted to, you could decorate the inside as well. So what I've got next is I've got my pocket. So before we pop that on, let's just start doing some positioning. So I'm going to pop that around here, and we're going to have it at a little angle. And I've also got my Just For You sentiment. So I'm going to pop that now. Do I want to pop, if I pop that there and I start to add some flowers in, you can see I've trimmed these down a little bit. Am I going to still see my sentiment? Oh, I can if I put it like that. Then I've got some of the hollyhock. Oh, I love this one. This one, get it the right way. This is our beautiful Baptisia. Isn't that lovely? Now, I think I'm going to have more freedom if I put my sentiment down here. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to commit to the stick, and I'm going to pop that there. Now, I had a tub of glue 2 minutes ago. I've just put it in my box there. There we go. I was being tidy. It's not good for you being tidy. You lose everything. Right, let's be brave and commit to this. There we go. And pop it down there. There we go. A little bit of glue on that. Tap off any excess, and then the most important thing is we get it straight. Let's come up a little bit, and then all the way down. There we go. Want it nice and straight. There we go. How about that? I love this. It's very legible, isn't it? Look at that. You can see so easily what it is. And I know that might sound a silly thing or a strange thing to say. And you're going to say, well, of course, it's got to be legible because it's a sentiment. I've seen so many sentiment dies when you sort of look at the word and you tilt your head, you squeeze one eye shut. Oh, sorry, I've got red line stuck to me. And you know, you tilt your head and try to work out exactly what it's saying. Right, so we're going to pop our pocket on like that, just there. And I'm just going to grab my pokey tool so that I can press that red liner glue down. There we are. Right, so let's start putting all the bits in. Now, the thing with this fern is if you're going to pop it in the pocket, you're going to have to do a little bit of trimming. So I just usually trim it straight down and pop that just like that. You could have put that on first, and then you pop, you know, you could put the pocket over the top so you didn't need to trim it down. It works beautifully without the pocket, so don't think you have, that's the only way to use it. I'm going to come in with the Baptisia now. So if I want that to come to about there, I'm actually going to trim off from here. Don't be afraid to trim your flowers down, because, you know, we give you all that, the size and dimension, because that gives you more control. If it, you know, if it was short and stubby, that's what you'd be stuck with. But by, you know, doing it this way, you've got the control. Right, so with this one, let's trim it down. Let's trim that off because you're not going to see it. Now, if I was being careful, I'd be trimming these flowers out really carefully so that they could be used on other projects. But what we're actually going to do is we're just going to trim those down, shape them again a little bit with my hands, and a little bit of glue gel. So there we have that one popping up there. And then I've got the Snapdragon. Remember, I've already trimmed this one down so that it fits. That's going to go just in there, weaving those around. And then I think that one, yep, needs to go underneath there. Pop that, a little bit of glue. You don't actually need much glue, do you? You just need a little bit to pop. Now, I don't like that because that's pink on pink and I'm losing it. So I'm going to pop that back up, and I'm going to actually bring that there, and then I know it's still a bit pink on pink, but at least I'm interchanging it with that. Let me just wipe that off there. How about that? So a lovely pocket full of flowers, all the beautiful detail down the side, and our sentiment on the bottom. How gorgeous is that?